Enshrouded just dropped its biggest update yet, and you can say it's making waves, literally. The Wake of Water update just changed everything from dynamic water physics to new loot systems, base building possibilities, and even overhauled combat. It might be the moment that Enshrouded goes from a great indie game to a must-play survival masterpiece. Today we're diving in deep, and yes, pun intended here, to everything new, or what you need to know or expect for the brand new Wake of Water update here for Enshrouded that just launched yesterday. So first up, water physics. Alright, for the first time ever, Enshrouded's water is fully dynamic in this voxel-based world. That means that it flows, floods, fills, drains, and reshapes the terrain in real time. You can literally terraform a canyon, direct a river, or carve out irrigation channels for your crops. You can drain lakes, you could flood bases, or even attempt to build a outpost entirely underwater. And yes, if you use enough drains in the right sequence here in a lake, you can literally drain the entire thing even if it's in the wild. So again, the creative freedom here is absolutely endless when it comes to utilizing this water across the world. Next up, combat and loot has also gotten a glow up, or a TLC if you will. The loot that you now find will actually cater to its element or name if you will. So for instance, if you guys find a fire weapon, it'll actually do fire damage. Same thing goes for things like ice daggers or ice weapons. It will then provide some sort of frozen damage alongside it. Same thing with poison. You get the idea. And on top of that, what's awesome here is the unique items that drop from random mobs or bosses, or even, unique quest items that you might find. Things like the Wailing Blade can all be repurchased or bought from an NPC like the blacksmith. You can also upgrade or further upgrade those items when you do find them beyond the level that they drop at to continue to find use for them. And another huge thing they've added for this update is some TLC when it comes to the skill tree. Not only did they start to finesse and really, fine-tune a lot of the nodes we've already seen, especially in the Mage Skill trees on the right-hand side, you'll start to notice some of the stuff has changed. Maybe they've added a couple additional perks or tweaked a couple of things. Same thing goes for some of the other ones we've already seen. But over on the athletic side on the far left, there's also going to be additional perks or things that you can, utilize for the new biome. Things like swimming speed, things like increased stamina or decreased stamina while swimming, faster swimming speed. I mean, you name it here, holding your breath longer. I would definitely explore this other tree. And on top of that, when it comes to the new biome, they've also added some perks for the greatsword, or the two-handed, weapon that we have for the brand new biome and that came out with this update. So again, make sure you guys are exploring that. You might find that you do want to respect your character to then pick up and, focus on these greatswords, or even yet, pick up some of these swimming perks that you're going to need to explore the new biome comfortably. And speaking on new things, we've got a couple of new items and tools to play around with that are going to be the drains, as I mentioned before, where you can literally use it to drain an area that's already got water in it, or you can strategically place it on one end of your base and then put a dispenser or a fountain on the other to then basically have water flow from one end to the drain. Same thing goes here with placing multiple dispensers. You can create like a tier water system or a waterfall system. Again, really beautiful, really elaborate if you utilize it correctly. You can use it to fill up an entire area to create your own static water source of a sort of swimming pool. You can use it to make a lazy river. I mean, you name it here, the opportunities are limitless. And what's crazy about this water system in the game is, as everybody would have expected, massive frame drops, janky water sources, it not working properly, it being all messed up and, just hiccuping all over the place. That's not actually the case. It's been running super smooth, even playing around with the dynamic and static water sources inside of my base. I have seen very little frames dropped whatsoever, even in the new biome, exploring all of the, water in the area, whether it's under the water or standing underneath a waterfall. I mean, you name it, it actually works very well, even though the developers were so worried about it not working or potentially even adding it in the game at all due to it being a voxel-based world. And I must say, I think they did one hell of a job with what they've accomplished. And on top of the new biome and all of the new items they've added into the game, it's not just about the new things. They've actually added a ton of quality of life stuff, tons of bug fixes, and just in general, a bunch of TLC that players have been asking about. Additionally, they've also added new accessibility options, new customization options, a whole slew of additional key bindings to allow you to fully tweak it to your play style to be as hardcore or as chill as you want. Plus, they've polished a ton of performance across the board, which means fewer bugs, smoother visuals, and better optimization. It's honestly the cleanest Enshrouded that we've ever seen. I think this is proof that King Games is working hard to deliver the Enshrouded experience that everybody wants. I mean, they're definitely listening here, going back to the board, doing quality of life stuff, adding some new things, but in general, constantly manipulating the world to cater to what survivors are after, and I definitely think they're hitting the nail here on the head. But as always, survivors, I want to know what your thoughts are on here. Do you think that this new update, or this biggest update here for Enshrouded, is going to be bringing Enshrouded to your #1 or top survival game of choice? Let me know down below in the comments. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Enshrouded and survival games related. And with that being said, as always, guys, I've been Kodeations, and I'll see you guys on the next one.